Mayor Pro Tem Willie Franklin, and it's 7 p.m. and I will call this council meeting, this regular scheduled council meeting to order. For the record, I will say that Mayor Stanfield is absent as well as Council Member Tim Lightfoot. However, we do have a quorum to begin. Pursuant to Section 551 of the Texas Government Code, notice is hereby given of a regular meeting of the Red Oak City Council to be held on Tuesday, October 14th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the Red Oak Government Center, Council Chamber, 101 South Live Oak Street, Red Oak, Texas, and by video conference as authorized by Section 551.127 of the Texas Government Code, at which time the following will be discussed and considered. Councilmember Smith, do us the honors.
Dear Heavenly Father, please pray for everybody that's here today. The mayor had to leave, as he said, out sick all of a sudden. Hope he starts to feel better here soon. As far as everybody else that was able to make it today, please pray that we guide everybody correctly, that we're explained our actions and we're help the citizens of Red Oak. Please pray for our first responders as they continue to work. And just please pray for everybody here that was able to make this meeting tonight and all parties. Sorry, just flustered. And amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Councilmember Smith. We will begin the meeting with a few presentations. I have, bear with me, about 5 proclamations. So I'll come down and read those. Part big number, item number 1. Yes. Thank you. We'll start with item number 1, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Pink Out Day for October 24th, 2025. And again, on behalf of Mayor Stanfield, in his absence, I'll read the proclamation. Whereas breast cancer awareness is a global effort to educate people about breast cancer, its symptoms, and treatment options, with the goal to reduce the stigma around breast cancer, encouragement, early detection, and prevention. Whereas, according to the American Cancer Society, an organization which started National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, breast cancer is the second most common form of cancer in women, and there is a 1 in 8 chance of developing breast cancer in her lifetime. Wow. Whereas an estimated 316,950 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer in 2025, breast cancer also affects men. And an estimated 2,800 men are expected to be diagnosed this year. Wow. Mammograms are recognized as a single most effective method of detecting breast cancer changes long before physical symptoms can be seen or felt. Early detection and improved treatment are believed to have significantly reduced the number of deaths caused by breast cancer, and whereas researchers, scientists, and numerous nonprofit organizations are dedicated to discovering the cure for breast cancer. During the month of October, we acknowledge the extraordinary commitment and effort invested in this cause. Now, therefore, with support of those who continue to cope with breast cancer, I, Mark Stanfield, Willie Franklin, Mayor, City of Red Oak, Mayor Pro Tem, on behalf of City Council, extend the deepest respect for survivors and those advocating for prevention and a cure, and so doing hereby proclaim October 25th as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in our city, and proclaim Friday, October 24th, 2025 to be Pink Out Day. I encourage all Red Oak community residents to wear pink in effort to raise awareness over the ever-prevalent issue of breast cancer. Passed, approved, and adopted on the 14th day of October 25. We will take a photo in a moment, but do I have anyone who would like to take a photo on behalf of this proclamation? No worries. All right, Mr. Benford, excuse me. Come on up. For also this month, we're recognizing Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Sorry, it's pretty long.
That's awesome.
All right.
I hit my shoulder.
Whereas since 2024, the President of the United States and Congress have declared the month of October to be Cybersecurity Awareness Month and dedicated month for public and private sectors to work together to raise awareness of the importance of cybersecurity. Whereas Cybersecurity Month has grown into a collaborative effort between government and industry to enhance cybersecurity awareness, encourage actions by the public to reduce online risk, and generate a discussion on cybersecurity threats on national and global scale. Whereas this year's theme of Cybersecurity Month is Building a Cyber Strong America, as the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency's Cybersecurity Awareness Program gets back on mission to the nation's leading cybersecurity agency. Whereas the campaign engages with all levels of government and businesses, big and small, it calls on everyone, state, local, tribal, and territorial SLTT governments, small and medium businesses, and entities involved in our supply chains to take cybersecurity into their own hands to secure the homeland in a world of constantly evolving threats. Now, therefore, I, Mark L. Stanford, Willie Franklin, Mayor of the City of Red Oak, do hereby proclaim the month of October 25 as Cybersecurity Awareness Month and reaffirm this city's commitment to staying vigilant on various cyber threats that exist, such as data breaches, identity theft, phishing, and more, as we work together to protect our digital assets against any potential cyber attacks. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Red Oak to be affixed this 14th day of October 25. Mark L. Stanford. So we're going to take a photo at the end. I just want to hold on to this.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Very good.
All right. Chief Blanton, come on up. It gets longer and longer. All right, October is also Fire Prevention Month and Fire Prevention Week for October 5th through the 11th, so you get an entire week. All right, whereas the City of Red Oak is committed to ensuring the safety and security of all those living and visiting Red Oak, Texas, and whereas the fire remains a serious public safety concern both locally and nationally, and the presence of lithium-ion batteries in many household devices introduces unique fire risks. And whereas most of the electronics used in homes daily, including smartphones, tablets, laptops, power tools, e-bikes, e-scooters, and toys, are powered by lithium-ion batteries, which if misused, damaged, or improperly charged, can overheat, start a fire, or explode. Whereas the National Fire Prevention Association, NFPA, reports an increase in battery-related fires, underscoring the need for public education on the safe use of lithium-ion batteries. And whereas residents should follow 3 key calls to action: buy only listed products, charge battery safely, and recycle them responsibly to prevent battery-related fires. And whereas lithium-ion batteries store a large amount of energy in a small space, and improper use of such overcharging, using off-brand chargers without safety certification, or exposing batteries to damage can result in a fire or explosion. And whereas the proper disposal of recycling of lithium-ion batteries help prevent environmental hazards and reduce fire risk in the home and community. And whereas Red Oak Fire Rescue first responders are dedicated to the reducing of occurrences of fire through prevention, safety education, and community outreach. And whereas 2025 Fire Prevention Week theme, Charge into Fire Safely, lithium-ion batteries in your home, serves to remind us of the importance of using charging and recycling lithium-ion batteries safely to reduce the risk of fires in homes and communities. Therefore, I, Mark L. Stanford, Mayor of Red Oak, City of Red Oak, Willie Franklin, Mayor Pro Tem, City of Red Oak, do hereby proclaim October 5th through 11th, 2025 as Fire Prevention throughout Red Oak, Texas. Passed, approved, and adopted on this 14th day of October 25. You want to say anything? All right, bear with me. We have two more. All right. National Friends of the Library Week. I hear we have 3 young ladies. Y'all want to come on up for us? 4, perfect timing. 5. So you want to come over closer then. Thank y'all for coming. All right, whereas Friends of the Red Oak Public Library raised money that enables our library to move from good to great, providing the resources and additional programming, much needed equipment, support for children's summer reading, and special events throughout the year. Whereas the work of Friends highlights on an ongoing basis the fact that our library is the cornerstone of the community, providing opportunities for all to engage in the joy of lifelong learning, connect with the thoughts and ideas of others from ages past to the present. Whereas the Friends understand the critical importance of well-funded libraries and advocate to ensure that our library gets the resources it needs to provide a wide variety of services to all ages, including access to print and electronic materials, along with expert assistance in research, readers, advisory, and children's services. Whereas Friends' gifts of their time and commitment to the library sets an example of how volunteerism leads to productive and positive civic engagement and betterment of our community. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mark S. Stanford, y'all know what I'm saying next, Willie Franklin, Mayor Pro Tem of the City of Red Oak, proclaim October 9th through 25th, 2025 as Friends of Libraries Week, and urge everyone to enjoy the Friends of the Library and thank them for all that they do to make our library and community so much better. A witness whereof I have set my hand and caused seal of the city to be affixed this 14th day of October, 2025. Let's say anything, please.
I'm Heather Fuller, the library director, and I just want to say thank you so much to these ladies and the rest of the Friends for all the time and effort that they put in, and we are a much better library and a better community for the work that they do.
Chief, want to come on up? How you doing? I don't know if we met. All right, Domestic Violence Awareness Month. All of them are pretty serious, but this one is very serious as well. Whereas domestic violence is a pervasive issue that affects individuals, families, and communities across the state of Texas, it is a pattern of abusive behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner to gain and maintain control over another intimate partner. It can conclude physical, sexual, emotional, economic, and psychological actions of threats of actions that influence another person. And whereas in Texas, thousands of individuals and families are impacted by domestic violence each year. According to the Texas Council of Family Violence, over 71,000 Texans sought shelter and support services from family violence programs in the past year. Wow. With many more cases ongoing unreported. And whereas the City of Red Oak joins with others across Texas and the nation in supporting victims of domestic violence, as well as local programs, state coalitions, national organizations, and other agencies nationwide, who are committed to increasing public awareness of domestic violence and sending a clear message to abusers that domestic violence will not be tolerated in the city of Red Oak. Whereas domestic violence impacts millions of people each year, but it can be prevented. Preventing domestic violence requires a collective voice and power of individuals, families, and institutions and systems that add a value and powerful component to transferring our communities. Now, therefore, I, Mark L. Stanfield, Willie Franklin, City of Red Oak, hereby do proclaim October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and urge all citizens to join in this observance by learning more about domestic violence, supporting efforts to help survivors, and working to build a community where everyone can live in peace, dignity, and security. And testimony whereof witness my hand in the seal of City of Red Oak on this 14th day of October, 2025. Would you like to say anything? Okay. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you. Now we can take a photo. All together. Again, thank you all for all that you do. Definitely those proclamations are the least that we could do to recognize those items. But definitely thank you for the awareness. There we go. All right, so now we'll move to citizen comments. The public is invited to address city council on any topic. Speakers should complete a public comments form and submit it to the city secretary prior to the beginning of the meeting. To submit public comments via email, see instructions at the bottom of the agenda. The Open Meetings Act prohibits city council from discussing or taking action on issues not posted on the agenda. However, the mayor, city manager, or designee may provide factual information, recite an existing policy, or schedule a discussion and/or possible placement on future agendas. Speakers are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. So, Madam Secretary, do we have anyone who signed up for citizen comments?
No, sir, we do not.
Okay, sorry. Would anyone like to sign up for citizen comments? Hearing none, staff is telling me just to move past that. Okay, we'll do. All right, so with that said, we will move on past citizen comments and proceed with the consent agenda. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine in nature and may be acted upon in one motion. Any item requiring additional discussion may be withdrawn from consent, agenda by the mayor, council member, or city manager and acted upon separately. Council, take it, we've all had ample opportunity to review those consent items.
Yes.
Would like to pull anything, council?
I did them well.
No. Have a motion?
So move.
Second.
All right, it's properly moved. And second, any discussion?
No discussion.
Hearing none, I'll take a vote.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, I.
Franklin, I. Motion carries 4-0. All right. We have an item 8, which will be moved to executive session and acted upon after.
And 8's actually open and.
We're moving 9. Pardon me. All right. So with that said, we will move on to the regular agenda. Item 8, conduct a public hearing, consider approval of an ordinance of the council of the city of Red Oak, Texas, granting a zoning change from C1 Commercial District to PD Planned Development District to allow commercial use to be developed on the site on approximately 0.23 acres of land located at 405 North State Highway 342. Property identification number 188191 in Ellis Appraisal District, City of Red Oak, Ellis County, Texas, case ZC 25-14, requested by Cheryl Edwards. Mr. Hartman or Mr. Palmer?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Good afternoon, council members. Yes, this is a case to rezone this particular property from C1 zoning to a planned development, generally to modify the development standards and actually to develop on the particular property. This lot is generally located on the west side or at the particular address that we have, but it's on the west side of Highway 342, just north of, or I guess a little bit north of Red Oak Road. If we're looking on our map, I'll drop you down on the actual site so we can kind of take a look at the particular site before we get into the particulars for this particular property, okay? Or while we're getting into the particulars for this property. So it's actually the lot that we're looking at right now. So this lot that's right in front of us. This lot actually, or this particular property, it lost its conformity due to stand vacant for longer than our allotted time frame to continue its development or its allowances on the site, so to remain at the current use. So the applicant is looking to come in and develop as a office use on the site, whereas they would have to meet our current standards. So along with that, what has happened or transpired during that time frame is there's been some right-of-way takings to go along with that, which means that their site, which was previously 100 feet, is now 90 feet. So they got about 10 feet of right-of-way taking from their site. I'll transition to their actually proposed site right now. So they wouldn't meet our C1 zoning district requirements because of lot depth. So they are looking to come in with a PD, and that's the biggest thing that's going to be for this site as far as what they're requesting on their side. On the additional or the opposite for that, the applicant is proposing to upgrade that particular building. So they're going to be coming in, they're going to wrap that building with our required, as we prefer within the city. So they're going to wrap that in the cement. So it'll be brick around this building everywhere that we're able to see from the right of way. There'll be brick. They're also are going to improve the landscaping around the site as well as the surface areas around the site as well, and improve the parking areas and stripe all all the areas around the site also. So it'll be more aesthetically pleasing for that site, and just in the area, it'll upgrade a lot of the I guess the right of way and just the look of the building. If you guys have been down 342, some of the buildings are a little outdated. This one will be brought into more of a modern feel and look of what we would like to see around the city. So, of course, like I said, they're going to wrap that building and are going to upgrade the building as well and put brick around the outside, upgrade the paving around that building, striping and landscaping for that particular site as well. It's kind of what you see on this site plan. And the biggest thing, like I mentioned, is that they're going to be they're looking to reduce the lot depth or be allowed for their lot depth that has already been taken due to the right of way taking on their particular site. And those are the biggest things that are there. We'll go down to their elevation plan so you can kind of see the proposed brick that they're looking for this site. So where those garage doors were located, those are going to be windows now. So they'll remove those and place windows in that area in the frontage. And with that, I'll stand for any additional questions you may have.
I have a question. The occupancy and parking
Mhm.
for the size of the space, being that still is going to be considered office, what are you guys thinking? The parking is still going to be sufficient for the size of the use of the facility in regards to the amount of people being there?
Yes, sir. So that one will be required to still our standard office parking requirement, which will be 1 per 300 square foot for the site. So they're proposed to meet those standards. So they have the 5 parking spaces that will be required for that size building.
Council, any other questions before we go to public hearing?
No
No questions.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. The time is now 7:27. And we will open the public hearing. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor of this item? And Mr. Palmer is the applicant. Present. All right, no problem. Again, anyone would like to speak in favor of this item? Hearing none, anyone would like to speak opposed to this item? All right, at the same time, 7:27, I will ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Smith. Winery. All opposed?
Flannery, aye.
All in favor, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, aye.
Franklin, aye.
Smith, aye.
Motion carries. All right, council, any discussion?
No, I think this would be a breath of fresh air on that strip. And so there's
Long overdue, I'll tell you that much.
definitely.
I'll ask for a motion.
So ordered.
Second.
All right,
Mayor Pro Tem Franklin, if you could mention the ordinance number, that would be great.
did I miss the ordinance number?
Well, it's not in the actual agenda.
I don't have one.
So
Mention it again so I can say something.
Okay.
All right, let the record state that the ordinance number is 25-050. 25-050. Confirmed? All right, so we have, it has been moved and properly second. Again, any discussion? All in favor?
Flannery, aye.
Miller, aye.
Franklin, aye.
Smith, aye.
Motion carries 4-0. All right, as stated, we will move item 9 to executive session and take action after that session, so we will skip that one for now and move on to item 10, which is boards and commissions. We will consider the approval of the reappointment of membership on the City of Red Oak Boards and Commissions as follows. Library Advisory Board, reappointment of Robert Schammel and Cindy Belote as regular members for 2-year terms from October 2025 to October 2027. Council, do we have any discussion?
No discussion.
No discussion, we're all good.
All right, I'll ask for a motion.
So ordered. Second.
All right, any discussion?
Discussion.
Take a vote.
Flannery, aye.
Miller, aye.
Franklin, I.
Smith, aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 11, departmental reports. City Council may deliberate and make inquiry into any item listed in the departmental reports. So we will get started with our communications and marketing. Ms. Beasley.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. A few highlights from this month's report. First, I'm excited to share that in September, the Communications and Marketing Department received a total of 5 national awards through 3 CMA or City County Communications and Marketing Association. This is the first time that we've entered on a national level. And with more than 1,100 entries across 37 different categories, we are extremely honored to be recognized. And we, in addition, brought home 2 first place awards. So
Oh, great
we're
job.
very excited about that. Thank you. Didn't get all that. Next, I wanted to remind everyone that Fall Festival is happening this Saturday from 3 to 6 p.m. at Pearson Park. We've added a few new elements to this event, really trying to focus in and making it family friendly and something for all ages. So we hope that you guys will be able to come out and enjoy that with us. And finally, a quick update on State of the City. We have started gathering departmental information, and we are tentatively planning to start filming between the 14th and the 21st of November. As soon as I have a confirmed date from our videographer, I will send that out to you guys to get your availability. And we hope that you can all participate again this year. I will take any questions you guys may have on the rest of the monthly report.
Council, any questions?
No question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, item B, Development Services, Mr. Hartman.
Mayor Pro Tem, Council, in addition to the monthly report, I just wanted to point out that we issued a CO for a new restaurant across from the high school, the Tipsy Crab. Little seafood joint. If you want to go check it out, it's in the old place where Fuzzy's used to be. Development and new things coming on every month.
They're open?
Yep.
Oh, great job.
Well, we gave them the CO, so they can be open.
Right.
Thanks.
Council, any questions?
Question.
No questions.
All right. Moving on to item C, Finance, Mr. McRoberts.
Council, thank you. I'll try to be brief. I'm losing my voice. But this is the report for September 2025, which is the last month in our fiscal year. I just wanted to point out a couple of quick stats. The general fund revenues exceeded budget by $9 million, and general fund expenses were less than budget by $1 million. So roughly a $10 million swing there. Again, mostly due to permit fees, just a really good year. You can really notice the difference that a lot of this development is having on our financials. We're in a really good financial spot. On the water and sewer fund, same results. Revenues higher than budget, expenses lower than budget. There's still some cleanup. These numbers are preliminary. There's some reclassifications and some things we got to get in the right spot. So these numbers will change a little bit by the time the final audit is complete. But again, a really good year, just record numbers, record revenue numbers. And a lot of these departments have done a great job just holding their expenses in line. So a big credit to them. So I'll answer any questions.
Council, any questions?
No question.
Thank you, sir.
Great work.
All right, item D is Fire Chief Blanton.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. Just like to, in addition to the monthly report, I'd like to recognize our guys did a really good job. I mean, they do a good job on a regular basis with this one. I think needs to be announced, and hopefully you saw it on social media, but on October the 7th at approximately 5 a.m., C Shift responded to a residential structure fire. Upon arrival, they quickly assessed the situation and initiated fire suppression efforts. Unfortunately, all the residents were able to get out of their home safely with no injuries, and no injuries to firefighters. After the fires were out, the crews were talking with the family, and during their conversation, the crews learned that the family's 5-year-old daughter was celebrating her birthday that day. Obviously, despite the traumatic events, the child was excited that the fire department showed up for her birthday, although her house was on fire. But nonetheless, she was excited. So crews were moved by this and the family's circumstances, and they decided to help her out and make her birthday memorable. And they went out on their own and purchased several birthday gifts for the young lady, and wanted to ensure that her special day was still recognized and still a special day for her. So this response to this incident just demonstrates not only the professionalism of the fire rescue department in emergency situations, but also their compassion and commitment to the community. And their actions help bring a comfort to that little girl as well as that family. So I just would like to recognize them for that. They're not here today, but I just wanted to. I think those are worth mentioning, and we need some good positive news out there every now and then.
Absolutely.
So. In addition, Station 3 is moving along. There's some pictures. Yeah. They've recently poured the slab of the bays. And so they're it's coming together. The fire lanes are in, except 2 small pieces where they're still have to run some gas lines and that sort of thing. I was by there today, and they're putting up the demising wall for the storm shelter and the bunker gear room there. So it's moving along, still on track. Again, just continue to show these pictures. I know it's just flat concrete, but we should start going vertical here shortly, and it'll be a little more exciting in the pictures than just a bunch of flat concrete work. So. But other than that, I don't have anything additional unless you have any questions regarding the monthly report.
Chief, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
The community awareness event that you guys did, I remember it was huge.
Yes, sir.
You guys doing it, one of those this year, or probably?
So we had planned on doing one earlier this year. I don't recall the date, April-ish, but it was when they were shutting I-35 down, and we had to move a crew over to the old Hilltop travel trailers on the west side of 35. And so because of that, and that was the same weekend we had already had our community awareness day planned. And so we canceled it just because we didn't know what traffic was going to be like in and around Red Oak. So we had to cancel it for this year, but we have plans on doing it again in 26 in the spring, when the weather's still cool. But yes, sir, we do plan on doing that again.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Council, any questions for Chief?
No question.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, item E, Human Resources, Ms. Mansavias.
Close. Monsivice.
Mansavias.
Good
did
evening,
better
Mayor
than
Pro
the mayor.
Tem and Council. I have just a quick update on recruitment. In September, we added 1 new hire to the city. We currently have 5 positions posted online for applicants. Right now, we are in the recruitment process for several key positions in the city, from Parks and Rec director, several accounting positions, and maintenance workers positions. We are expecting to move forward with the chief of police recruitment starting this month. So you'll see that come online soon. That's all that I have to share for my monthly report, unless you have any questions.
Council, any question?
No question.
No questions.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Item F, Information Technology, Mr. Benford.
Mayor Pro Tem, Council, just a couple of updates. Working on quite a few projects right now. We're halfway complete with the community room AV upgrades. Hopefully that'll be finished hopefully this month. We've started working with Midlothian IT and Ovella IT on the Motorola project that's replacing Crimes, which is our RMS and CAD system across the whole system. We did a very extensive desktop and server vulnerability test with Microsoft engineers this past month. So we're going through that report now, and it went through every single computer on the network to see where we may have some holes we need to fix for cybersecurity. And we did some major Microsoft Exchange email server upgrades, and we've got some more to do in the next month. So that's my highlights, unless you have questions.
Any questions, council?
Question.
No question.
All right,
Thank you, sir. Item G, Library, Ms. Fuller.
Good evening. September was a really great month for the library. We had an increase in across the board on everything we do actually, but I wanted to highlight some of our yearly statistics since our year has come to an end and let you guys know that for library visits this year, we've had a 14% increase, over 17,000 visitors to the library this year.
Great job.
Physical circulation, the number of items inside the library that have gone home and come back has gone up over 42%. Over 25,000 items have come in and out of the library this past year. So I just wanted to make sure and highlight the quality of the library and everything we've really accomplished this past year. Thank you.
Amazing
Great
job.
job.
Any questions, council?
No question.
Thank you. All right, Parks and Recreation, Mr. Wimmer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I don't have anything to add to the monthly report, but I'm available for any questions you may have.
Council, any questions? All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Police. Interim Chief Schroeder.
Evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. We recently had our Red Oak Night Out event. We had plenty of people that showed up. It was a really great event. See some of the people that came out there and visited with us. We gave around about $3,000 in raffle prizes that were donated by local businesses. Currently, the animal control shelter still continues. And I appreciate Mr. Miller for coming by, giving him a tour and a visit. And I'll be happy to answer any questions from the monthly report if you have anything.
Council, any questions?
No question. One question, Chief.
Thanks, sir.
Excuse
Thank
me,
you, Chief.
Chief.
Oh, one question, Chief.
The coffee with cops. How's that going? I
Yeah,
know.
we've actually rebranded it. We did have it as Coffee with Command Staff, and we
Yeah.
branded it with Coffee with the Cops now. We used to only really use Cancun's and Chick-fil-A. We're trying to expand it to a variety of businesses. I think we've got about 6 in rotation right now. That continues. We're trying to improve it. The officers have been becoming more involved in it. It's still mainly employees. We've had animal control that showed up as well and their staff. We really would like participation from the citizens if possible. And we continue to market that on social media, our monthly reports, our community officers, Lieutenant Meeks and Officer Dansby are also trying to get the word out. They've also talked to the communications department, trying to get that where we can build on that.
Gotcha. Is there a staple date normally? Like, is it a? particular
Normally,
Tuesday?
normally it's the last Friday of the month.
Got it. Yep, thanks.
Not a problem, sir.
Thanks, Chief. Last but not least, Public Works, Mr. Benford.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. Just want to say we had another great month at Public Works. Last weekend, we had our annual trash bash. It was our busiest one in the last 4 years at least. We collected over 60,000 pounds of trash in 3 hours. So it was a pretty good event. It's nice to see all that stuff get thrown away and hauled off instead of, for code enforcement to have to deal with. So it's a good event. Our staff worked really hard. So just wanted to give a kudos to them. Construction, Ovilla Road, we've completed all the major sewer line relocates and we're working on water line relocates right now. The elevated storage tank, they have finished welding the bottom portions of the bowl and we should start seeing them prime and paint here pretty soon. They'll actually paint it on the ground before they hoist it up into the air. And then we are kicking off all of our fiscal year 26 projects, meeting with consultants and engineers to get those going and have another busy year ahead of us.
All right, council, any question?
Question.
Thank y'all so much.
All right, thank you. All right, so we will now proceed into executive session. The city council will convene into executive session as authorized by section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code for the purpose of seeking confidential legal advice from the city attorney on any agenda item listed herein and pursuant to the following sections below. Executive session items are discussed in closed session, but any and all action is taken in regular open session. All right, so with that said, we will resume now 7:44. And I now call this meeting an executive session. All right, the time is now 8:25 PM and we will reconvene into regular session and take action, starting with agenda item 9. Consider the adoption of a resolution 25-08R of the City of Red Oak, City Council of the City of Red Oak, Texas, accepting the acknowledging the terms and conditions of the settlement and release agreement by and between the Cooper Zeta LLC and Victory Group LLC, authorizing the city manager or designee to execute said agreement and providing an effective date. Mr. McCleary, or do we need to?
Well, I can do it.
Okay.
So basically, as we discussed, this is a situation where the city is kind of the middleman on a pro rata agreement, which has been basically settled by the other two parties, and it's releasing us from the necessity to collect on that pro rata agreement. We're just acknowledging their settlement and allowing them to handle that without us involved.
All right, thank you, Mr. Fuller. Council, do we have any questions?
No question.
All right, ask for a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Second. What was that?
All in favor?
Flannery, aye.
Miller, I.
Franklin, I.
Smith, aye.
Motion carries 4-0. All right, I will now think we have handled the business of the city. Council, am I missing anything? I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So we're.
Right, who we have? Councilman Smith and Flannery. Sure. All in favor?
Flannery, aye.
Miller.